how's it going? Just following on the next day from that smoke test idea, where we found this little leak here that, yes, still self-amalgamating, taped up, which, yes, I will be repairing. I thought I'd delve a little bit deeper because I turned the engine on, I still had the weird noises. So I thought I'll look for some of the common areas that I've seen online for leaks and other problems, just in case the smoke test didn't pick it up. So I thought I'll start by taking the union pipe off. I'm not quite sure what the Y pipe, what the name is, from both sides of the turbos into the throttle body. So I thought I'll start there, have a little investigate underneath and just see if that's where the strange noises are coming from. So to get to that, you have on each side of the throttle body, on each side of the Y pipe, you have one of these which might appear to have been off in the past and has snapped. I'm guessing they have a tab much like the air boxes do, where they have a tab and you turn it to the right side and they pull out. So there's one of those there, and another one, this has already been off. So on this side, kind of there, they're not too bad to access, but I unplugged the throttle body. I'm guessing that's the throttle position sensor, so I unplugged that just to get me to have a bit better access there. Unplugged the MAF sensor and then started wiggling around. Disconnected both of these pipes that sit there, and I found that with the Jubilee type, it's almost a Porsche Jubilee clamp, with the Jubilee clamp sufficiently loose and slid over, I could squish the pipe end quite nicely and just pop it off on both sides, and that afforded me the room to start wiggling. Now the other piece on this to be careful of, I'll just pop this back out. Oh, it's difficult with one hand, so I've just rested this on for the purposes of this. So there we go, that's out. One extra area when you're taking this off, be really careful of this here, that nozzle there, which clips into that pipe there, and it's just a squeeze on both sides jobby, really difficult to get off, but there's a bit of wobble and flex on it, so it's not too bad. So I kind of jiggled it around, popped that off, started taking a look at this, noted here, and this is the key bit, there's a clip there on the underside of the Y pipe, and in there should be this piece. Now for me it wasn't, it sort of got wedged under. This is how I could tell partially that it had been off in the past, so there were a few little pointers and bits of evidence to say that all of this had been off in the past for God knows what reason, but it's been off. So looking at that, this T-piece here wasn't hooked into it. Now I think these are various vacuum lines, so popping this off, just as little, these were a pain to get off, even with two hands. So there we go, just loosen that up and lift it out, so you can see there, it's that shape, and it just pops off there, there and there. And drum roll please, I think I found the source of my strange ticking and air leaking noise. So it looks like this has been rubbing on that pulley for a little while, getting gradually worse. So it started off as a slightly odd metallic sound, which was probably the clips being worn down, then sounded more like an air leak, which is probably the hose finally breaking a hole into it. So yeah, that's the little tip on this, is make sure whatever's meant to be clipped into that is clipped in, because I'm guessing that's where this whole problem started from. So I'm going to replace this with various bits of vacuum line and elbows and things. I don't have any to hand at the moment, but hopefully that will fix my weird issues. Right then, just a very quick follow on to this. So this is the piece that we just saw that was somewhat inoperable, and raiding the garage I found a load of old silicone hoses from turbo days with boost gauges and things like that, so I've just knocked up a quick replacement section, a couple of silicone hoses into a T, and then out into that other item there. So I'm just going to carry on putting everything back together and see if it's fixed the problem. Catch you in a few. Right, so that's the engine back together. Let's just see if it's made a difference. That now sounds a lot better than it did. Well, spot on. Lovely. Grand. Catch you in the next one.